Alright, another saga of weekly MCU episode videos is upon us. It's kind of like clockwork at this point. But first, yes, I want to thank the sponsor of this video. This video is brought to you by Shopify. Shopify is the leading commerce platform with the best tools to start, run, and grow your business. They have empowered over 1 million entrepreneurs worldwide to achieve independence. And I appreciate that. And that brings me to the meat of this segment. Shopify is giving you that peek behind the curtain of real entrepreneurs. And that's with their new documentary, Own the Room. And I, for one, love the motivation. I love what this is. It serves to show all of us, all of you, that you can be entrepreneurs too. Because that's the biggest hurdle, right? Overcoming that voice in your head that says, oh no, entrepreneurs, they're different somehow. You know, it's like, well, I'm me, they're them, and they can do that. I can't. Don't listen to that voice. That voice is giving you bad advice. And if any of you out there are interested in becoming entrepreneurs or achieving that dream that might seem so unattainable, it's worth a watch. It's on Disney Plus right now. I assume if you're watching this video, you might have Disney Plus already. Why I put it on here. Click the link below. You can find out more. Check out the trailer. Give it a look-see. And maybe you too will find your spark. Because you need your spark to become, that's right, a planeswalker, but also an entrepreneur. And thank you once again to Shopify for sponsoring this video. I do appreciate it. All right, so Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or at least the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's what this video is about, because I'm not, clairvoyant. But this is a spoiler warning for the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. In these videos, I get a little spoilers when talking about episodes. You get it. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier, really, you know what I liked about it? Is that it's the emotional depth of Sam and Bucky. It was a great reintroduction to these characters, It's like Sam doesn't feel worthy of the Captain America shield. He's like, who am I to be Captain America? There's only one Captain America. He was Cap. I'm not Cap. Even though Cap himself was like, I'd choose you to pass the torch. Bucky gave the nod of approval. But Sam has that self-doubt. Like, how do I fill those shoes? It's kind of a lesson about self-doubt. Don't do that. When some great person passes that torch to you, you take that torch. Otherwise, some corporation is going to make the soulless move of filling it for you, and it's not going to be as good. You see Sam and his sister trying to make ends meet. They're trying to get a loan, and the bank's like, well, you don't have any credit for the past 5 years. I'm like, I know. I was disappeared. You know how that goes. That thing that happened that you definitely know happened. It just sucks. It was tough to watch, but it's totally how it would be. That's exactly it. Which means Thanos was wrong. I mean, it's safe to say at this point, Thanos was wrong. The world looked like it sucked after the blip, after the snap. Even in WandaVision, this is what WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the series, the shows, they're illustrating that, Thanos was wrong. Director Dick was like, you don't know how hard it was after the blip. Things were rough, things were tough. And after everyone came back, it's like, we don't have the infrastructure to support these billions of people who came back that we totally thought weren't coming back. Might be more of a lesson of how Earth doesn't roll well with things, because, I suppose the snap would work in a world that is black and white, doesn't deal with any gray areas. But Earth and all its people on it, we all deal in the gray. Though we like to think we deal in black and white, we don't. Things are never so simple, so I guess the snap was never gonna work. So yeah, Sam's emotionally dealing with all that. Then we have Bucky, who's dealing with his PTSD from all of his time as the Winter Soldier, all the wars he's fought, not even wars, all those times he was a murder machine for Hydra. Yeah, that's more apt. All the innocent people he killed, it's just like, it's easy to see, oh yeah, Bucky, he's awesome. He was bad because he was brainwashed. He wasn't really bad, he was a victim. But now he's good. It's like, yeah, but he's also really hurting mentally. I like the fact it doesn't just gloss over that, like, oh yeah, all that time as the Winter Soldier, he just doesn't think about it. No, he will. Because like I said in Captain America Civil War, I remember all of them. He remembers all the victims. And you see that playing out while there's this old guy he hangs out with, and you're just like, oh, he's just making connections with people. And then you find out, oh, this dude's son, Winter Soldier, killed him. Oh, this is going to be really bad. That's going to be really bad. It's going to be a conversation he's going to have with this guy. It's either going to be a conversation he has, or this old guy is going to die before he has a conversation, and Bucky's never going to feel that fulfillment. Which would probably be worse. But I can see them doing that. But as long as this old guy's alive, Bucky, in order to get that off his chest, is gonna have to have that conversation. That's gonna suck. So that's what I like about this episode. It shows Sam and Bucky are dealing with this heavy emotional strain. It really gets to showcase Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan's acting. I like how we get to peel away the layers of the characters and the actors get to shine in that way. But it does start out with an exciting action sequence. Action sequence is no joke either. I was like, this looks like a movie. This looks like a big budget summer blockbuster movie because it's the biggest studio on earth backing it. So it's going to, and they're not going to get sued by Fox for it totally reminding me of Independence Day because they own Fox now. So that works out too. I'm not saying it ripped off Independence Day. I'm saying I thought of Independence Day. Apparently you can't have a chase sequence among a rocky ravine, a canyon, without me thinking of Independence Day. Then we have these other baddies who, when I saw their masks, I was like, oh, so this is the Gargoyles crossover I've been waiting for him? This is live action Gargoyles? I know it's not. I'm still holding out that a live action Gargoyles will happen ever in my lifetime. Disney, come on. You've given some great stuff and you've churned out some crap, both in your time. You're not gonna give fans something they definitely want, because they do. We do. Back to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But yeah, okay, so it's not the 3 scratches like Gargoyles. No, it's a red hand. So it's the Lord of the Rings crossover? I know Lord of the Rings is the white hand. Though, I feel like in Lord of the Rings Online, were there orcs that had the red hand? Feel like I'm remembering it like that. Anyhow, robbery goes down. There's one dude who totally looks like he has the super soldier thing going on. Looks pretty strong and agile. Which, if we're jumping to the end of this episode, I feel like the obvious thing would be like, oh, is that Captain America? Not Captain America, no, Captain America. Would be the obvious thing is like, oh, the super soldier baddie is also fake Captain America. He's 1 calorie, not America enough. That should be his slogan. Private America? How many names can we come up with for this guy? A corporation would totally do that if there was a Captain America and Captain America was gone. I imagine that Captain America would be like, hey, friend of mine, Sam, you've put in the work. You've earned this. You are the next Cap. And if that person was like, I don't feel right, you know what? We should just retire this shield. Some corporation would be like, yeah, totally. Okay, let's market some action figures. You ready? To really spit in the face of, man, that was brutal. The funniest thing I saw was this meme of it showed that guy, and then it was Harry Potter, and he was going, how dare you stand where he stood? Yeah, we did collectively think that. Who is this guy? Who is this jackoff? Dick move for sure. Moments like that, I feel like this is Hollywood snitching on themselves. Like, they're telling on themselves and they don't know it. This message of fake moral posturing and corporate dickery for the sake of Twitter. So Hollywood. Also, that message brought to you by Hollywood. But hey, I like that a show's talking about it. All right, so Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Good pilot episode. I really dug it. I like the emotional moments more than the action scenes, though the action sequences were no joke. They were great. But it's like, if I'm looking back to WandaVision, the things I liked about WandaVision were the more emotional moments too, the more thought-provoking moments. Which means Falcon and the Winter Soldier are gonna have that until it ends in a big CGI Marvel fight, possibly with a skybeam. And then that'll be that. But the road to getting there should be a very compelling one. All right, so episode 1 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.